right, class, so today we are going to do day 3 of our read aloud. The first day we talked about just what the story means. Yesterday we had a quick little lesson on why the author chose some of the words that she did. So remember, our objective was I can determine the message in a story or a poem. Today we're going to get to our DOL, which is after listening to a story, I will orally state the message in the story. And so that just means you're going to say it, but today we're also going to write it. Okay? So today we're going to kind of put it all together. What the story means, why the author did the things that she did, and then what that means for us, what message they're trying to tell us. Okay, I'm going to do a quick body check, especially in the back. Corday and Juliet, show me how you sit as a second grader. Thank you. I want to make sure your brains are ready because I'm going to be asking you some tricky questions today, and I want to make sure that you're all here. Okay? So give your brain a quick little massage, make sure it's turned on. Today's going to be a lot harder than the other 2 days I've been in here. Okay? We are going to start, and I'm going to give you a peanut. Not a real peanut, so don't worry if you're allergic. Your peanut is going to help me call on you for answers. It's also going to help give us partners. Okay? So on your peanut, you're going to have a word from our story. You're going to have a letter at the bottom and a number at the top. A word from the story, letter at the bottom, number at the top. Okay? These are written with markers that stay on unless you get them wet, so please don't touch the part that has the marker, just the outside of the peanut. Yes?
These are just like the ones that you have in there, but they must be.
Amazing. Okay. There's yours. There's yours. Thank you. First 2 people I passed it out to, you're doing a great job not touching the marker. I just want you to be able to read the word. See if you can figure out your word from the story. Maybe read it to a partner near you real quick, and then we'll get ready to go. Ooh, you have our new vocab word. I'm going to need some help from you in just a second, Alex. Thank you. No, they don't all say home. They all have words from the story. Okay, take a second, read your word. So you know if I call on you. All right, I need Alex's help real quick because he has our new vocab word on his peanut. What word is that, Alex?
Mine. I do too.
Think about what we talked about.
Imaginary.
Can you call on a friend to help you out, maybe?
Alex!
Oh, you're so close. The first part of that. When you think of a picture in your brain, it means you imagine. Everybody on 3. 1, 2, 3. Imagine. Okay, check your body real fast for me. Emilianos, check your body. That means make sure you're sitting great. Imagine was our word. And we talked about that means think of a picture in your mind, and the whole story is about imagining that we are the world. The earth. And what that would be like. So yesterday we got into the text a little bit and we talked about kind of what the story was all about, why the author did the things that she did. I want you, it is a she. Did you know that women can write great books too?
Yeah.
Her name is Joanne Ryder. It is not, it is a woman. I'm going to have you get into your number groups when I say go. So your number is in the mouth of your peanut. I'm going to have the 1s right here, the 2s right here, 3s over by Julia. Oh, did I say go yet? And 4s over by where Vershawn is. Here's your job once you get there.
I'm 4.
Excellent. So you'll be moving over where Vershawn is. I want you to talk as a team about why the author chose to position these words the way that she did. Let me read this page for you. Eyes up on the screen. Imagine you are growing taller than the trees, taller than the hills, head high in the sky. You are growing so large, so tall, no one can see all of you now. So here's your job. Quick review from yesterday. You're going to get in your number teams. The person who is the shortest will talk first. And I want you to decide as a team why the author did that. Why didn't she just write the words straight across? Ready? And go. 1s, twos, threes, fours. I just said, were you being a good listener? Thank you. Ones right here. Twos, threes, fours. Shortest person talks first. What's your number today? You're over here. What's your number? Twos? Two. Elizabeth, what's your number? It's giving peanuts. There we go. Pedro. Okay, fours. There will only be three of you. Julia, come around. Okay, and the shortest person, start talking. I think the author did this because... Jeremy, are you the shortest? Okay, so Pedro, I think the author did this because...
Your hair doesn't count.
Okay, next person, Rosalie, Jeremy, I hope you're being a good listener. Okay, team, who was the shortest? Who went first? Okay, I think the author did this.
I don't know
Well, you're not going to get a chance to talk too.
What in my world? The what?
Everyone else. You went first over here. What did you say? I think the author did this because... Okay. Did everyone agree or disagree, or did you have some other ideas? What was your other idea?
She was putting the words like this to tell you
So the words got taller as she was talking about getting taller? Rashawn, agree or disagree?
I agree.
I agree. Like the earth? Can we add a little bit to that? And I'm asking you, what do you think? I think the author did this because...
She was crying. She wanted
Think about where we had icebergs cracking and waterfalls.
I'm right here. Anytime I hear she reads the words it makes the book. I agree with him.
Okay, finish up in 5. 3, 2, 1. Turn your peanut over. If you have a dot on your peanut, stand up. There should be one dot in each group. If you have a dot on your peanut, stand up. Stand up, Emilianos. Rashawn, that's not you.
I got a dot.
Nope, come see. Who's got the dot in this group? Your rate's up. Okay. If you had pancakes for breakfast, sit down. If you had a bagel for breakfast, sit down. If you had a Pop-Tart for breakfast, sit down. I knew I'd get one of you. If you had a donut for breakfast, sit down. Okay, I want to hear all three of it. I think the author did this because you can tell me your idea or any idea in your group that you found interesting. Why did the author position the words like this? I think the author did this because...
I think the author did it because... I could have did it.
Oh, my friends, you are being good listeners right now.
To show the letters and the words, what is happening to the pictures.
To show the letters and the words and what's happening in the pictures. I want to hear some more. Alexios. I think the author did this because...
I think the author did this because he's imagining this the earth.
The author is imagining she's the earth, and so she's helping us with the words. Elizabeth, what can you add? I think the author did this because...
I think the author did this because it shows what the picture's doing.
It shows what the picture's doing and what the words are doing.
I noticed something.
I also heard over here it makes the book more interesting, more fun. And I heard that it helps us understand what's happening in the story. Did you have something to add, Israel?
Yeah.
I think the author did this because?
I think the author did this because he said you're taller than the tree, taller than the hill, and your head is high in the sky.
Wait a second. So you're telling me that the words grow with the picture?
Yeah. I was going to say that.
You were going to say that too? Well, then kiss your brain. Smart cookies. Imagine you're growing taller than the trees. It's tricky to see on the camera, but the words are right above the trees. And then she says taller than the hills, and the words are right above the
Hill.
And then head high in the sky, and the words are in the
Sky.
Interesting. That helps us understand what's going on. I want you to come back to where you were. Watch the cord. Just scoot the group back in. Jeremiah, question or story?
I got something to say about that.
Okay, we're going to move on and then we'll come back, okay?
I don't know.
All right. Sitting down in 3, 2, 1, done. Corday, have a seat. I also want to talk really quick. Let me shut that off so we don't have lights in our eyes. Something else we didn't talk about yesterday. Pedro, body check. So this is a poem. It's not a story. We don't have characters. We don't really have a problem. It's not the typical poem that you're used to because the words don't rhyme. But the author chose to write this as a poem. And she chose to use the words you and your, Silas hands, instead of just talking about the earth. So I want you to think about how that changes the story. So if I look at this page, I told you this was one of my favorites. And it says, wiggle your shoulders and mountains tremble and quake. Shake your hair and feel windswept grasses tickle your face. Some of you are shaking like you're the earth.
It's like you're a cat. I know.
But my question is, what is different about that compared to this? Ready? Eyes? The earth wiggles and mountains tremble and quake. The earth shakes and feels grass tickle its face. So why does the author choose you and your instead of just talking about the earth? That's a tricky question. Why do you think the author chooses the words imagine you, imagine your, instead of just talking about the earth? Israel, do you have an idea?
Yeah, I think he told us to imagine because so we can imagine like where the earth, like your bread is icebergs cracking.
You are such a great listener. Turn to Israel and give him a looking good. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Looking good. That's a great listener. I want to build on what you said. The author's trying to have us imagine that we are the earth. Why would she do that? Why would she have us imagine that we are the earth? Think about when I had Alexios, were you our first earth yesterday? Did you come up here?
Yeah.
And then Urin was our second earth? Why is it important to imagine that we are the earth?
Please, it's Earth Day.
Why is it important to imagine that we are the earth? When you have an idea, give me a big second grade smile. Oh my goodness. Corday, I need to hear from you today. Why is it important that we imagine that we are the earth?
Because it's important because who's gonna be the earth if
I like where your mind's going with this. Do you need some more time to think?
yes.
Okay, so why is it important for Sean Hands to imagine that we are the earth instead of just saying the earth is round, the earth is full of seas and trees? Why does it change the story if we are imagining that we are the earth? Did you come up with an idea? Go ahead.
If nobody's the earth, how is it opposed to like spin or?
I like that. If no one is the earth, How is it supposed to spin?
Or like, how's it supposed to like spin other way to like where the moon is?
Like
So
around
like at nighttime, it just twists around to the moon.
So does picturing yourself as the earth help you understand how important the earth's job is?
Yep.
Because to me, if I imagine that I'm tall and spinning in space, I think about what an important job that is. When I hear that I'm home to lizards and other animals, I think about how important my job is. And I think the author uses some of those words so we think about how important it is. Pedro, look at me. This is your last reminder to sit like a second grader and pay attention. Thank you, sir. So Corday, thank you for that great answer. It's important because we have to have the earth, don't we? Because it is our, what's that word we used yesterday? It is our home.
And I have home.
I want to talk about one more word in here before we get really into the tricky things. Okay, checking to make sure your eyes are on me. Corday, checking to make sure your eyes are on me. Thank you. Juliet, you're being such a great listener. Keep it up. Dance slowly, spin gently, and carry them through space. May they hear your whispers, feel your strength under their feet, and treasure you. I know that the word treasure usually means something that pirates are looking for. I think that treasure means X marks the spot and you're going to find a chest full of gold. Is that this kind of treasure? Let me read that again. May they hear your whispers, feel your strength under their feet, and treasure you. I don't think they're talking about a treasure box. I think they're using treasure like a verb, like the way that we should feel about the earth. So what would it mean if we treasured something? What would it mean if we treasured something? When you have an idea, do hands on top of your head. For Sean, not okay. What would it mean to treasure something? When you have an idea, hands on top of your head. I know you have a good one. It's shaking in your body. What would it mean to treasure something? You got it? Okay, I'm seeing a lot more. I'm going to call out a word. Who has the word dance? Dance. Check your peanut, check your peanut. Rosalie, if I say I treasure you, what does that mean? You can't do this. You're going to need to sit at the table. You show me that you can do this right now. Cross your legs, eyes up here. If I say I treasure you, think about that. Does that mean I don't like you?
No.
Then tell me, what does it mean?
It means that you like me.
I like you. Tell me more. What did she say, Alexios?
She said
Good listening. Vershawn, tell me more. What else? If I treasure something, is it just that I like it, or is it a little more?
if you treasure something, it's like if you really want, like if you really want to like give them lots of stuff.
You really want to give them lots of stuff. Israel, did you have something to add?
It fell.
It fell out of your brain?
Yeah, I was shaking it.
It happens all the time to me. Thoughts fall in my brain. Silas, treasure means I like something. I want to give someone something.
You're covering it.
I'm covering it. I'm taking care of it. It's very important to me. And so the author says, treasure you. So now we're moving into what this story means. What is the message they're trying to tell us? I want to refer back to our list we made yesterday, our great earth, and some words that we came up with. Now, as I'm looking over these words, there's some pretty great words. We have golden deserts, trees, large, grand, spinning around, blue flowing seas, round, shelter, home, larger than the moon. What do these words tell us about how the author feels about the earth? Think about that. I don't want you to give me any signs for 30 seconds. Hands down, your brain's just working for the full 30 seconds. What does it mean that the author uses words like this when she's talking about the earth? I want you to think about that. Why didn't she just use words like big, a ball? Why do we have words like shelter, home, grand? Keep thinking about 10 more seconds. I want you to give me big eyes if you have an answer. Big eyes. Corday, Pedro, big eyes.
Can we close our eyes for that?
Everybody? Okay, blink them. Whew! I have good answers from everyone. Spin. Who has the card spin? Alexios. Why did the author choose words like this? How do you think she feels about the earth? I think she feels...
I think she feels because
He thinks the author feels like the earth has all of this stuff. I need to hear more. How does the author feel about the earth? Yuritsa.
happy.
She feels happy. Now, I love the word happy, but that takes me back to kindergarten. We have some more words we can use. You have a lot more in those brilliant minds. Silas.
Joyful.
She feels joyful about the earth. Get back to what Corday told me about what would happen, why she called it you and your instead of just talking about the earth. Alex, how do you think this author feels about the earth?
I think so much she feels
Do you think she feels like it's not very important? Or do you think she feels like it's very important? What tells you that? This is tricky. I told you your brains were going to be working hard. What tells us that the author thinks the earth is important? Elizabeth. Good. The earth is our home. The author uses words like home, shelter, to tell us how important the earth is. I want you to turn to Elizabeth and give her a round of applause. Her brain's working overtime. Thank you, ma'am. So we know the author feels like the earth is important because of the words that she uses. Now we're going to get deeper. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you sure? Give yourself a little wiggle. Show me that you're ready.
I'm not going to answer the question.
So, what would happen if we didn't take care of the earth? Give me a sad face when you know. What would happen if we didn't take care of the earth? I want to look at a specific page in here. There's a lot going on in this page. What would happen if we didn't take care of the earth? Sad faces. Oh, you're making me sad. Desert. Desert. Stand up, Tatiana. Loud and proud. If we didn't take care of the earth,
If we didn't take care of the earth, then the earth wouldn't be our home, and we wouldn't have anything.
do you want to give her a slow clap?
Nothing to use.
Did you hear what she said, Juliet? What did she say? word? If we didn't take care of the earth, Corday and Pedro, if we didn't take care of the earth, we wouldn't even have a home. Wow. So like if we littered all the time, if we didn't plant trees, if we didn't have farms and animals that we took care of, if we didn't have any of those things, we wouldn't even have a home. I like that idea. Your brain's working really hard. So now we're going to get to the very end of our lesson. What is the message of this book? What is the message? On the very first day, I said that I think the message of this poem or this book is blank because. So your last job you're going to do for me is to write down what you think the message of the book is. And here's how it's going to look. You have a little piece of paper. It has that sentence stem on it. The first thing I do is always the same. I take out my pencil and write my name. You're going to put your name on there and then tell me what you think the message of this story is. What the author is trying to tell us from the first read to the words that they used, to digging a little deeper into what those words mean. What is the message in the story? When you are done with that, I'm going to give Miss Rollins these papers, and next week you are going to have a chance, if she wants to use it, to write about if you are the sun, the stars, a tree, or the ocean. And you're going to have a chance to use some words like this and then illustrate it. And I'm going to come back in and check these out because I can't wait to see them. So this is going to be with Miss Rollins for next week. And the last thing that you're going to do is tell me the message of the story. I want you to do a real quick turn and talk to a partner. I think the message is, person with the longest hair, go first. Will you turn and talk to me? Okay, I'm going to have you go first. I think the message is... And why would that be important? That's so true. I think the message of this poem is that we need to take care of it, right? Because the author uses these words to show how important. Okay. I know not all of you got to talk. That's okay. I'm going to have you go ahead and stand up. I'm going to trade you a peanut for your DOL. And then you are going to go find a spot at a table, grab a pencil, and write what the message of our story is. Trade. Thank you. Trade. Trade. You're giving me a peanut for a ticket, right?
Yes.
It's like I'm the circus.
You don't have a ticket?
Tatiana, that brilliant mind of yours, you really did a great job.
That's mine. That's mine.
Here's a peanut.
That's mine. I get two. That's mine. I get.
Yep, this one.
Yeah. That's mine. That's mine. Just to tell you, that's mine.
Do you already have yours? Oh, Elizabeth, I love that great idea. Thank you. All right, you're sitting at the table. You are writing your message.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be the message of the story. I really like that idea. Okay, let's go ahead and have a seat and start writing. Go ahead and write for me, okay? If you are.
I didn't get a ticket.
Well, let me get you one, sir. Okay, I think the message of the poem is, think about all the words we use, and then it says, because the author. So I want you to come up with evidence from what we talked about, the words that we wrote, as to why you think that's the message. Corday, there's a whole other spot over here. Nope. You have about 2 more minutes, and then I am all done with you. Thank you for being such great thinkers and listeners.